3 days in January, 12 strangers in Washington argued over whether Cori Bush's husband intended to commit fraud. Some of them saw the government's charges as political prosecution. The jury never agreed, and tonight, exclusively, one of them takes us inside that room 6 days before Missouri's 1st District holds its own deliberation, Tuesday's primary. Here's our political editor, Mark Maxwell.
First, a quick word on how we know our source is genuine. Beyond his 15 pages of handwritten trial notes, we verified his jury service against summons, courthouse records, electronic reporting, instruction reminders, placing calls using his personal participation number, and we tested his notes against all of the courtroom exhibit lists. They all match up. What happens inside those jury deliberations, only the 12 people there know. He asked to remain anonymous, so we call him Juror No. 9. The government's case asked 12 people to look at 2 pandemic loan applications and see a lie. The indictment carried a familiar St. Louis signature, Ed Martin, the former Missouri Republican Party chairman, then serving as Washington's interim U.S. attorney. The investigation began earlier under the Biden administration. The criminal charges came under Martin. The first said Courtney Merritt's moving business had 6 employees. The second, filed 1 day after the first loan money arrived, said 10 employees and $53,000 in revenue. A third filing later claimed he earned $128,000. Juror No. 9 saw enough.
It was just blatant disregard for rules.
The defense told a different story. One application was his cousin's doing, another a consultant's, the business real, and paid in cash. Courtney Merritt said so himself under oath. Juror No. 9 heard the cash explanation and did the math out loud.
Moving can certainly be a cash business, but you never make a deposit.
And the cousin? Juror No. 9 says Merritt's testified he couldn't say where his cousin lived or what he did for work, yet trusted the same cousin with a federal loan application in his name. In the notebook margin, one word, weird.
Come on, man. Come on. Like, I was born in the morning and it's not this morning.
Then the door closed on the jury room, and Juror No. 9 says the case took on a new shape.
My fellow jurors are just like, look, like this is a witch hunt. Like, they're just after Miss Bush.
At first, 3 jurors saw guilt. He says one of them, a young black woman, did not hold her vote for long.
And she basically got bullied. Like, she just straight up got bullied.
What we can verify is what the jury asked the judge. In writing, they asked her to explain intent to defraud, the center of the whole case. Juror No. 9 says the answer never satisfied the whole room.
Was he really out to defraud the government, or was he just trying to get his, was he just trying to get defraud the government or just get his? And I was like, well, I don't really understand that word. The difference is there, really?
On the 3rd day, the deadlock became a mistrial.
They were an attentive jury. They paid attention.
Ask defense attorney Justin Gelfand. He'll tell you deadlock is no failure. It's the American court system working exactly as it should.
As opposed to the king, we generally rely on the collective wisdom of this jury, of these 12 men and women.
But ask him about the government's case, and the winning lawyer and the juror who voted to convict start to sound like they agree.
The real story here is just how weak and embarrassing that investigation was.
They went for the Hail Mary, we're gonna just, try to get this guy, and they just did a really poor job.
The government dismissed the case weeks later. Courtney Merritt stands convicted of no crime. Juror No. 9 stands by his vote. And a young woman none of us will ever meet stands somewhere between them, having changed hers. And Tuesday, the deliberation moves to a much bigger place. Every polling place in Missouri's 1st congressional district, where Cori Bush and Wesley Bell wait on a verdict that no judge can declare hung. Our invitation remains open for Cori Bush to come on our air and discuss this or any part of her campaign before Tuesday.